be nice if I knew about it.
You are live with Morgan Holder, Third Down with Morgan Holder. I am Morgan.
And I'm the almighty chemistry talented Holder. Welcome to the show. Let's get it started.
Where in the heck did that come from?
Hey, chemistry and talent wins games.
I'm going with stats. Anyways, I want to give a shout out to First Take, Undisputed, and Mike. Not in that particular order, but shout out to those guys.
I thought you gave up on Undisputed. What happened?
Look, I gave up on them just for a week, but I couldn't just give up on them, forever. I like Shannon Sharpe.
Well, if you were smart, you would never have to give up on the pivot. Speak for yourself and get up. And of course, the mighty Super Bowl winning Ryan Clark, the all-time analyst / ex-player.
Nobody knows who Ryan Clark is besides you.
Yeah, right. He's only going to the Hall of Fame.
Maybe.
He's one of the hardest hitting safeties in the league.
He was okay.
Dude, you got him and what's the fellow with the long hair?
Troy Polamalu.
Him and Troy were the.
How do you not remember Troy Polamalu? How do you not remember Troy Polamalu?
I can remember him. I couldn't remember his name.
Oh, okay. Anyways, folks, I know me and Holder goes back and forth every week. I'm sorry. I apologize. So this is a big week because playoffs are starting.
You should be apologizing to Denver fans.
I'm not apologizing to Denver fans. They didn't make the playoffs. Why would I apologize? Anywho, I'm apologizing to them. It's like me saying apologize to Cleveland fans. So, yeah, like I was saying, this is a big week. Playoffs are starting. I can't wait. Let's get down to business. So,
let's go. Roll the dice. Let's talk about what happened last week.
Man, when we did our picks, Holder, I told you Jacksonville was going to beat Tennessee. Was I right or wrong?
I could have told you that.
You picked Tennessee, though.
I know I picked Tennessee, but that's a divisional game.
Now, let me ask you a question about the Jacksonville Jaguars, because this is the same team Urban Meyer had last year. Do you think his credibility is hurting because he couldn't get to the playoffs with the same team that they had this year?
No, because Urban Meyer was a winning coach in college, and he could not adjust to NFL rules. He thought he had the freedoms he did in the NFL like he did in college, which are totally different. Now, Urban Meyer is the man in college.
I don't know. I think Nick Saban's better.
But I mean, there are coaches that come from college that don't do very well.
Nick Saban was one of them.
Nick Saban was like, the heck with this, and look where he is now. He knew where his bread was buttered. Come on, dude.
Do you think Urban Meyer should have stayed in college, or do you think he transferred from college to NFL for a reason?
You got a paycheck.
Well, because you got to think. So when Nick Saban left, I think when he left Miami, I can't remember if he left Miami or Atlanta or last. But anyways, when he left there, he went to Alabama.
Atlanta.
So yeah, when he left Atlanta last, look what he did. He left, darted to Alabama, turned that school back into a winning program, and the rest was history. Do you think Urban Meyer wants to do the same thing, or do you think he's done?
I don't know. There's two different coaches, two different styles, two different attitudes. I mean, it just depends on how bad the NFL wrecked him because, Nick Saban quit. Urban Meyer was fired.
Yeah, Nick Saban signed a contract. I don't think he even coached a game in Atlanta. He just quit. Signed a contract up and quit.
So that's different. Nick Saban knew what he wanted. And Urban Meyer was going against the grain and wound up getting fired. I mean, his players were against him. I mean, he never had control of the locker room. So two totally different scenarios. I wish Urban all the best of luck, though. I didn't really care for him as an NFL coach. So
I'm just puzzled because like this is the same team he had. It takes a new coach to lead this team to the playoffs. It's crazy. It is crazy to think about that.
I thought about it, and it happens.
That's true. You know what? You know what happens? Upsets. I know that Tampa Bay didn't play a lot of their starters in, but they should have beat Atlanta 30 to
What did
7.
I tell you about Tampa Bay?
Okay, again, they didn't play none of their starters hardly, but they should have beat Atlanta. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, there are teams that are out there to be spoilers. There are teams that are out there just to make the playoffs. They barely get into the playoffs.
Well, Tampa Bay barely got in.
Why would you risk any of your players when you already suck
Dude,
and you barely get into the playoffs?
let me ask you a question.
Your quarterback is 10,000 years old.
Let me ask you a question.
Come on.
I just little giggled there. Do you mean Tampa Bay sucks? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. And I'm not apologizing to Tampa Bay fans because I too liked Tampa Bay before. This is before they did the uniform change.
So let me ask you a question, and I'm just gonna go ahead straight and ask you. Tampa Bay made the playoffs. How do they suck?
Tampa Bay barely made the play.
Now this is the question that the fans are gonna ask for you, right? And I know this is gonna come, so I'm gonna go ahead and ask you. Did your team make the playoffs?
My team did not make the playoffs, but nobody expected them to.
Okay. All right, Tampa Bay fans, you had it.
Tampa Bay was supposedly expected to make the playoffs and was supposed to be this powerhouse
That's because they got
in their
the.
division, and they were not.
That's because they got that so-called GOAT quarterback over there.
Don't call him that because he's not. He cheated twice.
I said the so-called. I didn't say he was. I said the so-called.
Don't even say GOAT. Just say TB12.
How about Crybaby 12?
Yeah. He cheats. I was hoping his wife was cheating, but that's another story.
Wow. Buccaneers fans, I'm sorry for that outburst that Holder just did. Hopefully he would watch the next comment. So we're going to move on now before he says anything crazy.
Let's move on and get to an NFL team.
Like the Minnesota Vikings.
Who?
You heard me, Minnesota Vikings. I mean,
you know I'm not a Vikings fan.
Hey.
And they have showed me nothing with all that talent.
Look, so here's the thing.
They have showed me
if you
watch, they have one powerhouse win this year.
Negative. If you watch,
they had one powerhouse win.
Negative.
They won by more than 3 points.
They had 3.
I'm saying.
But here's the thing.
They won by more than 3.
Here's the thing. If you watched them 3 years ago, Cousins didn't throw the ball much. Last year he didn't throw the ball much. This year he's thrown the ball way more times than he's ever thrown the ball since he's been in a purple and gold uniform. And it's a different outlook, different focus. He's not used to it. That's why he's going downhill. Do I want him out?
The last time, Morgan, I was remotely interested in the Vikings was when Dante Culpepper was there, when Chris Carter was there, when Johnson or Rod Smith was the running back, and Randy Moss was there. That's the and the great John Randall.
That was Dennis Green's team.
Oh, well, no, that was a good team.
But you think all those players, half of the audience, the listeners, the subscribers, they don't know any of those players at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
The young ones don't know that. I don't think they remember the Vikings back in that era. But
You're young.
I'm 33. I'm not young.
That's young. Okay. I've been doing security longer than 33 years.
We shouldn't talk about your age on live air here, buddy. So, but you know what's crazy is that KJ Osborne. I knew he was going to have a good career. I know he was a really good receiver when we got him, but he hasn't had a breakout year so far. For 4 games, he's averaged 100 yards with
Yeah.
with less than 5 catches. Like that says a lot about that guy.
He had the one game where you guys were losing and had that comeback. I think that was his breakout game.
And it didn't stop there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
well, it didn't. I don't know what you've seen in him. Well, it's hard to do anything with him if you got Jefferson on the other side. So Jefferson gets all the targets. So how is KJ Osborne supposed to show who he is?
That's the thing. He comes in silent mode. Boom, silent mode.
Well,
you cover up Jefferson. Guess what? You have Adam Thielen and then you have TJ Hawkinson. But guess what? Those are covered. You have KJ Osborne out of nowhere. Get those touches, buddy. Get those touches.
TJ Hawkinson just got there, okay?
Like week 6.
Right. He didn't play a full season.
Might as well.
To show what he had. Because he didn't.
He was
off right away.
Playing for the Lions, he was a Pro Bowler. What does that make?
I know that.
He's going to be a Pro Bowler again.
Playing under a different quarterback.
I know.
I wish he stayed with the Lions now.
I doubt it. Who's in the playoffs? Is Lions or Minnesota in the playoffs? I'm just going to ask that question right now.
We're talking about the future.
The future? The future is going to be Minnesota.
The Lions are going to win the NFC North for the next 3 or 4 years.
I don't want that to happen. But if we keep Kirk Cousins with his old age, that could happen. But I don't see it happening if Kirk Cousins is gone.
I tell you, if I had money, I would put stock in the Lions for sure. Because they stand behind that coach. That coach, he's like Dick Vermeil, man. He's emotional. He loves his players. I mean, that's the kind of coach you want to play for.
I like Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell was one of those guys, man. Like so I was reading some thoughts about him when he first came into Minnesota about the offseason, and like Kirk Cousins said he took to him like really well because they knew each other from Washington. Well, one thing that stood out to me was that he personally pinpoint each player, the weaknesses, their strengths, and so there was a film that was watching, and he paused it, and he said Justin Jefferson is going to be the next big receiver that's going to be great. And then this year comes what happens? He almost breaks Megatron's record. So, what does that say?
That says that Kirk Cousins is going to be there longer than you think.
I don't know. He signed. He signed 1 year.
Him and Kirk Cousins meshed very well.
But he's the coach
in Washington.
He's the coach. He's not the owner. He's not the GM.
I know, but they don't have a Jerry Jones in Washington or in
Minnesota.
They don't have that. He has his freedom. So
that is true, but
I think
he already signed. He signed 1 year extension. I think he's going to be done after this year. I mean, he's like 34, 35. He's almost to time to retire.
Well, he's not going to be gone. If anything, they'll probably draft another quarterback to work under him for his last season.
I mean, this is his last season. He signed this in the offseason. He signed 1 year. I'm telling you, he's going to be gone. I could be wrong, but he's going to be gone. I promise you.
Well, my little...
I mean, especially since, look, with everything coming out about Aaron Rodgers might be retiring, but also with Justin Fields, the Bears might trade him. Go ahead and throw a trade package in with Minnesota. I'll take Justin Fields.
What you should do It's just worry about the team right now.
I'm just saying. I mean, I know we're going to beat the Giants.
Next season.
I know we're going to beat the
We have
Giants.
a whole off season to talk about next season.
I'm just saying. I know we're going to beat the Giants this week. But when it comes down
We need to be focused on the playoffs.
Oh, I'm focused. What you should do is be focused about your team. Even though Pitt won and kept Tomlin's winning career alive.
What you should do is wait till we get to the Steelers.
That's what I'm talking about right now.
About
That's what I'm doing right now.
Your sorry team.
No, we're moving on now. See, you wasn't paying attention. We're moving on.
When do you start changing the order? Because we're supposed to talk about our main teams at the end.
This is the
just before we do picks.
This is we're going to that team right now.
No, negative.
That's
negative. All we're talking about is 3 things, and then on to our.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of upsets. Not a lot of upsets.
Stop. There wasn't a lot of upsets.
No, I mean besides Washington beating Dallas, but yeah, there wasn't a lot of upsets.
So you're saying every team that Vegas picked to win won, with the exception of Dallas.
Well, besides Tennessee that lost and then Tampa Bay lost. We talked about those teams already.
Those are upsets.
We talked about those.
Tennessee. We didn't talk about Tennessee.
Jacksonville beat them.
About Tampa Bay.
No, we talked about Jags beating Tennessee, and we talked about Urban Meyer for like 5 minutes, and then we moved on to Tampa Bay.
No, you talked about Urban Meyer for 5 minutes. I was just supporting whatever was on your mind. I'm
not supporting Urban Meyer, so
you're an Urban Meyer fan deep down.
I don't even know what team he coached besides Ohio State. So how am I an Urban Meyer fan?
Well, it was Ohio State. Ohio State's what got him on the map.
Oh, I'll take that back a lot. He coached Florida. I remember Florida because Tim Tebow. He coached that team.
Tebow? The tight end Tebow?
The quarterback, Tim Tebow. The quarterback.
Yeah, but wasn't he?
He got cut from that team.
The Urban Meyer team as a tight end.
He got cut before the season started.
Yeah, I know. He couldn't block worth up.
We don't know that.
I saw the game.
It was one game he messed up in.
What are you talking about?
He messed up one game.
I watched those games he played in, and he did nothing as a tight end.
It was preseason.
No.
It was
but
just.
If you're Mr. Oh, he can do everything.
I said
it's
he.
Not like
I said
the
he
NFL was new to him.
I'm saying he could throw and catch. I didn't say about blocking. He was out of the league for 4 years, maybe 5 to most.
Dude, you're as big as a house, and you can't block.
He's not as big as a house.
He's a big dude. What are you talking about? Anyway, moving on to the Steelers.
Can't believe you just said he was bigger.
What do you got?
I'm not going to talk to you right now. You just said Tim Tebow was big as a house. That just broke my heart. I like Tim Tebow.
He's a big quarterback. He could play tight end.
He's a good guy.
How many quarterbacks you know can play tight end other than Dante Culpepper, which can play linebacker?
Tyson
tight
Hill.
End.
Tyson Hill for the Saints.
No.
He played tight end all year, and he played quarterback. Do what?
He wasn't a quarterback.
Hill was a quarterback. Hill played quarterback when Drew Brees.
Tice. You said Mike Tice.
I said Tyson Hill.
That's Taysom Hill.
I don't care. Same thing.
Oh, get the names right. Get them right.
Not my player, not my team.
Please.
If I want to
anyway,
say.
So the Pittsburgh Steelers did not make the playoffs, but we kept Tomlin's winning season streak alive. 16 years of how many coaches? There's only a handful.
But here's the thing, though.
Tom Landry, I think, has the most. Tom Landry has 21 seasons.
But here's the thing, though, Holders. This is what you're failing to realize. He might have a winning season, but he does not have a winning playoff record.
He's got a Super Bowl.
He's 8 for 9 in the playoffs. That's terrible.
What does it take to get into the Hall of Fame? Winning seasons and Super Bowls. That's it.
He has
There's
one Super Bowl.
Well, he had barely a winning season in 2022.
He had. This year almost was a
So
wreck.
you're saying he's not going to the Hall of Fame?
I'm not saying he's not going to Hall of Fame. I'm just saying that he isn't.
Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just saying he isn't.
Because
I'm saying
if you have a weak playoff record, you're not going to go to the Hall of Fame, are you?
I'm just saying with his coaching ability, and maybe it's his staff. I don't know, but with his coaching ability, he should have at least 3 rings, if not 4.
Dude, it's the NFL. Okay, everybody talks about the powerhouse that Buffalo is. Do they have a Super Bowl?
I don't know who.
No.
I don't know who said they was powerhouses because they're not powerhouses.
Everybody, all the so-called professional analysts,
they get paid to talk about things like
Buffalo
that.
Buffalo is the powerhouse team.
That's like them saying Denver's going to win Super Bowl because of Russell Wilson. Look what happened.
Let me tell you something, buddy. Our team is young and very talented.
I'll give you.
That's why
I'll give you one. I'll give you one of those things.
Reckon with. The defenses. The defense will get better, and they're good now.
Speaking of defense, I'm gonna stop you for a second. Speaking of defense,
we led the league in picks. 20 picks.
I'm gonna stop you for a second about defense. Speaking of defense, since you're on that part right now, what the heck is wrong with Hayward?
What do you mean? What's wrong with?
Like, okay, so with the whole. No, I'm not talking about that. So he's getting like, do you not see the backlash he was getting because of what he did?
What? Did to who?
Like he did so he did a CPR stunt, right? A few days after the incident that took place in Cincinnati with Hamlin. Like, why would you do that?
They were doing that before Hamlin.
But that's the thing. You should stop when that really happened. Like that. Really happened.
You know what? That's a celebration, okay?
I'm just saying.
Celebration.
I'm just saying. A guy almost died. Actually,
the NFL world is not going to stop because of what happened to Hamlin. Hamlin, thank God, he's alive and healthy.
I'm just
saying.
Hamlin
was still in ICU and out cold. Yeah, then it shouldn't.
He was in ICU.
Hamlin is fine,
but he was in ICU still when they did that. He was still in the breathing tube
and talking. He's tweeting already. Okay, he's fine. He was still in an induced coma.
But it was
when he did that.
Monday.
Then it would have been in bad taste.
But listen, Monday he was still in ICU. Tuesdays when he woke up. This was Sunday when this took place.
Dude,
just saying.
Don't be like the rest of the sensitive world. Okay?
I'm just saying. I didn't like that idea. I didn't like that idea.
Hamlin was in ICU. Shouldn't the whole league should not have played football?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he should have watched what he did.
Saying, dude, the NFL must go on. Period.
I mean,
blank.
Skip Bayless had some
players that were
Skip had some heat on him for what he said. I think, and now Hayward got the backlash.
Skip.
That's what's
is a statistician, and he is on live. What Cam Hayward did was
in front of the nation
on the field.
In front of the nation.
Speaking.
But it doesn't matter.
Billions of people.
Have you never heard actions speak louder than words? And that was an action.
You know what?
Hamlin
is fine.
He is now.
It was an NFL moment. And I don't know if you ever played football and get caught up in the moment. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I did when I was playing. And anything outside of that didn't matter because when your adrenaline is pumping, anything you do is just going to be a reaction to something. It's not, you're going to be like, oh, no, I can't do that because Hamlin was in the hospital.
Yeah, but when it came down to like the CPR thing, the CPR thing was kind of, he should have did a different route. There's different ways he could have danced. He could have done a worm. He could have done some snow angels.
Serious.
I'm being serious right now. For the first time in my life, I'm being serious.
I can't talk to you because
I'm bad mouthing a player on Pittsburgh.
Of sensitive people.
Hey, I'm not being. I'm just saying.
Fine.
I'm just saying, if there was a Vikings player, I would be harsh on him too. Just saying.
Well, you know what?
It's a little.
The world goes on. Everybody is just a number.
I mean,
Hamlin is number 3.
what number are you?
Right? He's number 3.
What number are you?
I don't play ball.
You said everybody was a number.
But I'm a number at work. I'm a number at my job. If I die, guess what? They're going to have a replacement for me. And whatever it is,
Oh,
it's
no.
going to continue to go on.
I'm
This
still.
is a money-driven sport.
I still think that was a little too far at that time. Now, if it was this week and he did it, it would be different. But it happened.
Anyway, let me get to Kenny Pickett, franchise quarterback, George Pickens, number 1 receiver, Deontay Johnson, overpaid.
Do you think?
However, I do still like him.
Do you think Pitt would trade him?
No, they're not going to trade him because Calvin Austin is coming next season.
That's what I'm asking. Do you
No,
think?
they'll have a plethora of weapons. They'll still have Stephen. What's that guy's name? Stephen. It's not Stephen Smith. The wide receiver, our special teams punt returner and kickoff. We'll still have him. We'll have Calvin Austin. We'll have the freak George Pickens, who is going to just make Jefferson look like a rookie.
That was funny. That was funny. Ah, that was funny.
Think about it.
Ha ha.
Calvin's going to be out.
Justin Jefferson.
Number 1 pick.
Justin Jefferson is the only receiver to have 3 years of 1,000+ yards receiving.
Yeah.
He's the only receiver that did that. And not to mention that next year's gonna be his 4th year. And you talk about this guy from Georgia who plays for Pitt. Come on now. Under Matt Canada's offense.
Not under Matt Canada. Matt Canada's done.
There
He's going to be done.
there was no breaking news on that today. No breaking news about that
I will tell
today.
you that George Pickens will be targeted 10 to 12 times a game.
Negative. I believe the 10-12. He might drop 10 out of those passes though.
Yeah, right. He only had 2 drop passes this season.
That was this year. Remember how you tell me that, hey, the rookies come in, nobody has film on them. Next year, they're going to have film on him and Pickett. I'm just going to let you know.
What is that supposed to mean?
You tell me that every year.
They got film on Josh Allen. They can't stop him.
Is Kenny Pickett Josh Allen? We don't know that yet.
They got film on Diggs. They can't stop him.
You cannot compare.
That doesn't apply to everyone. Okay.
Well, I'm just
You have
saying.
guys out there that are freaks and super talented. Look at Chase. Not Chase Young.
Jamar Chase was hurt this year, but if he wasn't hurt, he would been right there on the radar.
He'd be unstoppable.
He'd be right there on the radar.
Unstoppable.
Speaking of like talented receivers, Tyreek Hill, for example, he went to Miami and I think he declined.
Why are we talking about
I'm just saying, I had to throw out Tyreek Hill because you said Stephen Diggs. I
the
think
Miami Dolphins?
because you said Stephen Diggs was good. I believe because you was talking about receivers, and I believe you left out Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is better than Stephen Diggs.
Tyreek Hill is a nobody.
He has a Super Bowl ring, my guy.
Yeah. And he should have 4 Super Bowl rings, but he doesn't.
He should have 2, not 4.
He should have 4 Super Bowl rings, but he doesn't.
I'm not going to say 4, but 2 should have, yes.
Dude, they owned the AFC West and had home field throughout the playoffs. How many times?
3 times or 2 times.
1 ring.
2 times, and
Ring.
2 times that Patrick Mahomes, since Patrick Mahomes has been in Kansas City, 2 times that they've been like that. The first year when they won the Super Bowl.
I'm trying to tell you.
The first time when they won a Super Bowl, and then the second time when they lost against Tampa Bay in a Super Bowl.
Tyreek Hill.
Hill is better than Diggs. Tyreek Hill is also better than your dude George Pickens, by the way.
Tyreek Hill's he's not better than Diggs. I've seen Tyreek Hill drop a lot of balls.
Yeah, from concussion.
Diggs don't drop a lot of balls.
He did in Minnesota.
He don't drop a lot of balls, dude.
He did in Minnesota.
That's why he left Minnesota.
That's why they traded him. He didn't leave. They traded him. They wanted him out. That's why we got Justin Jefferson.
Had a sorry team that year.
Minnesota, no. Not with Diggs.
That's why Diggs left.
We went to the playoffs with him. Because we beat New Orleans twice.
That's why he left.
He left because he didn't like Kirk Cousins. And he didn't like Mike Zimmer. Who likes Mike Zimmer? I don't know. Beyond me. Can't believe you forgot about Tyreek Hill.
You couldn't wait to get rid of Mike Zimmer. What are you talking about?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who likes him. Whoever likes him is something wrong with him. I'm glad he's gone. Matter of fact, that's who y'all gonna pick up next year. Y'all can get Mike Zimmer.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, y'all get Mike Zimmer.
Cleveland Browns already contacted Tomlin for Flores.
He better not go to Cleveland. He better stay in Pitt. I'm not a Pittsburgh fan. I like Brian Flores.
Yeah, they want him to be the defensive coordinator out there.
If he goes to Denver, if he goes over to Cleveland, mark my words, his career is done. Everybody goes over there, goes done. They go there to die.
I don't think he'll. I'm sure there'll be other teams that'll call.
The Texans.
But
Texans go get him for head coach.
Why do you try to give people these sorry teams?
I mean, because Texans don't have a coach. They fired Lovie Smith. Denver fired their coach.
He can go to the Rams. Why can't he go to the Rams?
Because I don't think Sean McVay is going to leave. He's talking about retirement, but I don't think he's going to leave. I just don't see it happening. Maybe the Chargers of their head coach gets fired if they lose against the Jags. I mean, just saying.
No, I think there's no if. I think he's going to get fired too.
You know what's crazy is that we're sitting here talking about these coaches, but there's actually a team that can actually use Brian Flores. And I hate to say this, but deep down inside me, I hope he goes to Detroit. I think he can turn Detroit Lions around really, really well.
Huh?
I hate to say.
You talking about as a defensive coordinator?
Yes.
No, I think he should get a head coaching.
Don't get me wrong. He should. But if the Lions reach out, I think he would take it. The Lions are very young, very hungry. I'm telling you, like I'm a Vikings fan, but if Minnesota don't watch out, they would lose to the Lions the next 3 years in AFC North.
The Lions are going to win the North for the next 3 years. There's no if.
No. I'm not going to say 3.
Minnesota fan.
Why do you say 3 years? Why do you say 3 years? I'm just curious. Why do you say they're going to win the next 3 years?
I said 3 to 4 years.
Okay, so why do you think they're going to win 3 to 4 years? Next 3 to 4 years?
They're going to be that good. Really?
You really think?
They have awoken.
But you got to think about
Jared Goff.
But you got to think about.
Goff is awake.
But you got to think about injuries, right? Like, look at me. I picked the Chargers.
He's got talent around him.
Again, injuries can happen.
And they're going to have a pretty good draft.
Injuries can happen.
That team is going to be a nightmare for the North.
Injuries can happen. Injuries. Hurt. Legs broken, arms broken.
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
Did you say Super Bowl prediction?
I'm going to make a bold prediction.
What's that bold prediction?
The Lions will sweep.
I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you right
next
there.
Season.
I'm going to stop you right there.
Next season.
I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you.
They're going to beat every team in the North twice.
If that does not happen, you have to wear a Minnesota Viking jersey.
You're insane.
How am I insane?
I'm not going out on a limb like you do, Mister. I haven't posted my tutu photo yet.
I don't know what you're talking about today. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All of a sudden.
Hater. You're a hater.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Hater.
Hey, you made the bet. You need to live up to it. We have listeners that remember that bet.
Oh, shoot.
You
Anywho.
said you would post it at the end of the season. Season's over.
Oh, we got Super Bowl still there. Super hasn't left yet. So the season ain't over
Regular
with.
season is over.
Regular. I said season. Season means anything. No comment now, huh? So since your bold prediction, this is my bold prediction. I think Cincinnati Bengals is going to win y'all's division for the next 5 years if they stay healthy.
Yeah. Wasn't it you that said they were lucky last year?
Hey, they are.
Wasn't it you that said
I
that?
did say they was lucky last year, but this year is a little different. This year they're
They're
hungry.
not going to win the division anymore
Okay.
because all of our rookies and second-year players.
You guys
have
can't even stop.
experience.
Y'all can't stop Jamar Chase. Y'all can't stop him.
Let me tell you something.
He ran against y'all like he did damage
Let me
against
tell
you guys.
something. Did we beat Cincinnati?
Once.
Was Jamar Chase playing?
Not the first time.
Yes, he was.
You might be right. But not the first time.
I am right.
You might be right.
We led the league in picks. 20 picks.
Y'all,
Okay.
let's see.
Our offensive line
We're gonna
is
recap
starting to
this.
Play together.
We're gonna recap this. We're gonna recap
It's
this.
over for the AFC.
All right, so the last time
home.
the last time y'all played against Cincinnati, Jamar Chase did not play, but T. Higgins did. Guess what T. Higgins did? 148
That was
yards.
The last game.
Just saying. 148 yards.
I said the first game.
I'm just saying. We'll go to the first game, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying here. Y'all
I'm
couldn't.
just saying. Listen,
I'm listening, but that.
next year, I'm not talking about this season. Next season.
No.
This season is behind us. It's over for us. We are going to own the North again.
No, because look. Again, y'all let T. Higgins get 148 yards. And then y'all let Jamar Chase, the first game y'all played, get 129.
So?
No,
You
y'all.
can't stop everybody.
And then, not to
Slow
mention,
down,
not to
but
mention,
that was the only ones that hurt.
not to
The
mention
running game
Joe
didn't
Mixon.
jack.
Not to mention Joe Mixon had 80 yards against you guys the first time.
And that's not 100 yards, is it?
It's not 100 yards, but again, that receiving core, y'all.
No, if your running back is averaging 100 yards a game, then you're talking something.
That was like the whole first game right
I'm
there.
not trying to listen to your haterism or drink your haterade.
Look,
okay?
you was dissing. You dissed Tyreek Hill.
I'm saying
You dissed Tyreek
next
Hill.
season,
And then you dissed the Minnesota Vikings.
next
So
season, the Steelers
so let me ask you a question.
are
If they
going
don't,
to win the division.
if Cincinnati wins the division next year, what's your excuse? Because your team ain't young no
They're
more.
not going to win it next year.
Okay, we'll see.
I don't make excuses.
We'll see. We will see.
The Steelers head coach don't make excuses. I don't make excuses.
I'm making a bold prediction. Cincinnati Bengals will demolish you guys next year.
I'm making a bold prediction that you're on the bandwagon.
Not
You said that they were lucky.
not a bandwagon.
And you said they were lucky. You
I-
said this.
I see them play this year a lot. I didn't see them play last year a lot, but this year I see them play a lot.
So you're saying Cincinnati would have beat Buffalo that night?
I hate to say this, yes.
No.
Yes. They was already up. They was up. And they had the ball.
Yeah, they was up.
And they had the ball.
Just because you're up
Doesn't matter.
mean the clock says 0 and it's a
They was up and they had the ball. They was up and they had the ball.
Jesus.
They was up and they had the ball. They was going to score if that didn't happen. They was going to score. They was going to score if that didn't happen. I promise you. Just because Pitt can't stop Jamar Chase or Higgins doesn't mean
you really need to stop.
I'm just saying.
So we were number one in pass defense this year, right?
I don't know, was you? Ain't my team. I don't keep track of that.
20 picks.
I
We
mean,
had 20 picks.
let's see.
Okay.
You said pass defense, right? Let's see here. All right.
Shoot.
So, you said defense. It's offense. Technically,
Oh my God.
no. San Francisco, y'all number 2. San Francisco's number 1.
How could we not be number one in pass defense if we had the most picks?
Come
on.
San Francisco has 20 as well with 10 fumbles. Y'all only had 3.
21.
They had 20 interception with 10 fumbles. Y'all had 20 with 3 fumbles. So, with that being said, and if you think about it,
Fumble is not a pick.
so hold on. So takeaways from offense side takeaways. Yeah, they're number 1. Y'all number 2.
Yeah, I know they're the number one defense.
I'm just saying offense. I mean these. Oh wait, that's turnovers. My bad. Never mind. Yeah. I was right. They're number 1.
They're the number one defense in the league.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna go Google this real quick. 'Cause I'm looking at ESPN right now.
Oh my goodness.
Looking at ESPN. You don't like that.
Oh my goodness. Why did I come to the show today? Why?
I don't know what you
I
was
should
doing.
have took the day off.
I mean, I don't know.
I should have called in and said, you know what? I'm stranded and
Stranded? What's that got to do with anything?
I'm feeling good.
What's that got to do with anything?
I said, and I'm not feeling good. If you would listen to my full sentences.
I don't know. 49ers is still number 1. Defense passing.
I know that.
No, listen, I'm not done talking. Defense passing stats by team. 49ers is number 1.
You're not listening.
Y'all gave up way too many touchdowns.
We led the league in picks, okay?
You said passing defense. You didn't say them up.
Right.
Passing defense leads a long way there, big guy.
Well, you know what? Let's just say, okay, so if we were number 2,
and y'all tied.
Better than Minnesota.
And y'all tied with 49ers with interceptions because they had 20 as well.
Minnesota. Where was their defense at? Number 10?
No.
11?
I don't want to say. I'm not going to tell you.
I know they're probably worse than that. That's why they were only winning by 3 points.
Shut up.
All their games, their defense.
But who's in the playoffs? Who is in the playoffs?
Because you're in a weak division, really?
Not weak. We still are in the playoffs.
You guys are in one of the weakest divisions other than the NFC West.
I don't want to hear it. We are in the playoffs. With a first-time coach, by the way. First-time head coach, that is.
2 ancient quarterbacks in your division.
2 ancient quarterbacks.
Cousins.
Hold on, timeout. I'm throwing a towel in. For 1 minute. Flag on the play. Hold on. To just say 2 ancient quarterbacks. You have a sex predator inside your division and in your conference.
And
lucky he wasn't liking guys. So I'm gonna say about that.
You know what? For somebody that defended that sex predator, you sure sound a lot different than you did last year.
I had to do research. Research.
I was telling you. You know what? Let's get on to the.
I didn't believe anything you said about him, Holder. I had to do research myself.
To the picks, because you, my friend,
were
so afraid that I was going to win the playoff picks that you had to change your pick.
No, hold on. Time out. I wasn't scared you was going to win.
Change a pick.
I wasn't scared he was going to win. I'm going to stop you for a minute. I was thinking.
I granted you.
I was thinking about this game.
To
Okay.
change your pick, and the picks were already in.
I had to think about this game. I had the Chargers going Super Bowl all year. All year I had them go to the Super Bowl.
Morgan.
All
Were
year.
the picks already in?
For like 5 seconds, yes.
5 seconds, my foot.
We don't know that.
Yes, you had the Chargers going to the
I
Super
did,
Bowl.
but look, I had to keep saying this because I watch Jacksonville play. Every time I see them play, they're more into it. They're more in sync. And the Chargers have some injuries going on over there right now. So, yes, I had to change that pick.
Chargers in contention. I didn't have them in the Super Bowl.
I did.
But, no, you were like a Charger fan.
Man, I like that defense. I thought defense was going to be stacked. I thought the offense was going to be stacked. Injuries happen. That's all I can
What
say.
did I tell you about that defense?
Injuries happen. That's all I'm going to say. Injuries happen.
They're never healthy.
But if they was, and you can't lie. If they was healthy, they'd be scary. Right or wrong.
Was.
You got
if and was are two huge words.
You know, you are just. If it was Pittsburgh, you'd be singing a different tune.
No, I don't make excuses. Injuries happen. If injuries cause us, that's probably what caused us to have the season we did.
No, it wasn't injuries that caused you.
When
It was Mr. Trubisky.
Got hurt and Trubisky was starting. That was an injury in itself.
Mr. Trubisky
Just
shouldn't.
Giving him a contract was an injury.
He shouldn't have even been a starter in Week 1.
No, he shouldn't have. And it ticks me off that he remained the captain and wasn't a starter.
Hey, you know the team that should get him. You know what team should? The Browns. The Browns should get him. The backup, that sex predator. You have one sucky player and a sex predator all in one.
No, they got Brissett. They're good.
I think Brissett's done.
I don't think Watson's going to be that great next year either.
I don't think so either. I think so. You didn't see the message that Brissett took out, did you? Like the message he said pretty much he's done in Cleveland.
And you know what? He said the same thing in New England. Where else did he go? The Colts.
The Colts, the Chargers. Was it Chargers? I think it was the Chargers. No, that was Tyrod Taylor. Never mind.
It was the Patriots, the Chargers, and then he wound up there.
You know.
What did Brissett say?
I'll tell you what he said.
You don't even have it written down.
No,
Mr.
I just seen it today.
Mr. Notes.
I just seen it today, along with
Mr. Notes. Mr. I am the NFL.
I just seen it today. I didn't have time to write it down. Just like before I got on the subject, because I remembered a couple of things real
All
quick.
he had to say was basically what he said was.
He basically was telling the fans goodbye.
Okay.
So, I mean, he autographed a jersey and said goodbye. But
So where's he?
honestly, I don't know.
Well, I'm hoping either Trubisky or Rudolph, maybe both, will be gone next season.
You know what's crazy is I'm just thinking about this real quick before we go on to the picks. Lamar Jackson hasn't been practicing still, and Huntley has not been throwing either. Where does that mean for Baltimore if neither one of those guys can play?
They're done. They're not going to do anything in the playoffs. They're going to lose to the Bengals, man.
Oh, definitely. I agree with you. One more topic real quick. I know I changed it. This is last minute, but this just came across my phone. Tua is out. He's not playing in the playoffs or in the first round. He's out. Where does that make you?
He's in the wrong sport. His physicality is not meant for football. He doesn't have it. His life is in question. He's not. I don't think he's if he continues to play, he's going to be a CTE.
And he's a young guy. He's in his 20s. I believe he should retire.
He's going to be a CTE victim. He's going to fall victim to it.
He might have that already. He might have a small progress of CTE. We don't know that. But I said this when he got hurt in Cincinnati. I said he should be done the rest of the year. No one listened to me. No one ever listens to me. But the Dolphins should have benched him for the rest of the year. Now he's back in concussion protocol. I think he was going to call it quits.
His coach seems weird to me. That dude seems so weird.
It's like he looks like he's young. At that, I think he's like in his 30s, but
weird.
Still,
he acts weird. Like when he talks, he's just like he doesn't talk with confidence.
You know why? Because this is his first year. This is his first year being a head coach. He came from 49ers. This is his first year being a head coach.
It doesn't matter.
And he doesn't want to say, but he doesn't want to say nothing wrong to make the media. Oh, this is what he said. This is what he meant. Like you don't want to get things twisted.
He's not much of a coach. He should take the lead on Tua's situation.
Definitely, especially
like Mike Tomlin did with Ryan Clark in Denver.
And he
Ryan Clark wanted to play, and Tomlin said no.
He also did the same thing this year with Pickett. He let Pickett sit out of the game. Because you remember when you said Pickett was like he was at practice, but that week he didn't get to play though. He still missed a game.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. If your players are your number one concern, then he wouldn't have let Tua play that Cincinnati game.
No,
but he did.
I think Tua should be done. I think he should just go ahead and hang it up, retire. That's me. That's my thing. So with that being said, we'll move on to these picks. We both have Jacksonville over Chargers. I changed that pick, like you said earlier, because I watched.
Why did you change that pick, Morgan?
I watched Jacksonville play a couple, more than what I should, but that team is very, very hungry, very young. Chargers are missing some pieces, injuries over there, so Justin Herbert didn't play well against the Colts.
So you're picking the Chargers. I mean, you are not picking the Chargers. Are the Chargers at home?
They are. I do.
And you went against the Chargers.
I did.
The team you had pegged for the Super Bowl.
When you watch the Chargers actually play without their healthy players, they're trash. It's a trash team. So why should I pick them?
Well, from what I see with the Chargers, their defense, we know the defense is the heart and soul of that team. But their offense struggles. They move the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Like
struggle.
When Keelan Allen's hurt, or when Mike Williams, when Mike is hurt, like that team is off sync. Justin Herbert can't get the ball off in time. He gets sacked because the line is terrible. He fumbles. He throws interceptions. Look what he did against the Colts a couple weeks ago. Fumble, interception. They barely beat the Colts. The Colts are terrible. And that guy was supposed to be a big Pro Bowler, and you can't beat the Colts?
The Colts are going to be dangerous when Carr gets there next year.
You really think the Colts are getting Derek Carr? You really believe that? I'm done with you with this and Derek Carr. I cannot talk to you right now about that. I just can't. I just can't. I know Jefferson.
I picked Jacksonville because I just don't believe in the Chargers right now. And it's not injuries. I just don't have the faith that they can. I mean,
since we're on the Chargers game right now, if they lose, do you think the head coach is gone?
Yeah, I think the head coach is gone. If they win,
I mean, I
think he's done.
I mean, if they do happen to beat Jacksonville, they will lose against KC for sure.
They're not good. I think that coach is done out there. It's unfortunate because and that's probably why, because he's got a talented team.
Oh, definitely.
They're just not playing. They're not playing up to what they're supposed to be doing. So,
definitely.
I mean, Lovie Smith got fired after
1 year
lost the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, with Bears. Yeah. I was thinking this year he got fired for this year too for 1 year.
Yeah, but Lovie got fired with a winning record.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
This guy in LA, he's done.
Who do you? We'll come back to that during off season if he gets fired. We'll come back to that later. We both got Cincinnati over Baltimore. I don't like this matchup because Baltimore, they should have been playing Miami, but again with Lamar Jackson being hurt, not playing, Huntley not doing his thing, Cincinnati took over, got the 3rd seed. So
I don't like that matchup because
I don't like it for Baltimore.
NFC North team and Cincinnati. See, this is the time that Jacksonville. This is the time that Baltimore should be trying to prove themselves in this game.
And this is why I don't like the matchup because
Lamar Jackson
he's missed 16 practices
out because he doesn't want to get hurt.
And
they don't want to pay him. And what difference does it make? They're going to franchise tag him anyway. So he might as well play, or he's just going to sit out and forfeit a lot of money.
That's true.
For next season.
And this is why I don't like. This is why I don't like the matchup because I like Lamar Jackson, but with this game right here, people's going to see that he can't win playoffs. He can't. He just can't win playoff games.
Well, he's not practicing, so why would he play? I mean, if he plays, he doesn't. He's got a bunch of rust on him.
Oh, a lot.
I think Huntley. Something's wrong with Huntley too.
Yeah, he hasn't been practicing either, so they have to go to the 3rd string. So this would be easy matchup for Cincinnati. I don't like it for Baltimore, but I like it for Cincinnati. So what if Cincinnati
got to win? Somebody's got to lose. Cincinnati.
If Cincinnati
is the bigger powerhouse of the two.
Let me ask you a question. If Cincinnati gets past Buffalo, do you think they can get past the next round?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I believe so. I mean, they already beat Buffalo. They beat Miami. I believe they have what it takes to beat those teams again.
No. They were lucky last year. I'm sticking with my guns, Mr. Changes Guns.
I'm telling you right now, my pick for next week, if Cincinnati beats Baltimore, will be Cincinnati winning next week as well. I won't change it. Next pick was we both got Buffalo over Miami. This should be Buffalo's time to shine because Josh Allen can't win playoffs either. He can't win playoffs.
Let me ask you this, Morgan. If Tua was healthy, would you still have Buffalo?
Yes.
I'm really not believing that, but okay.
Buffalo beat Miami with Tua. So what changes? Nothing changes. Nothing. Not even a little bit.
You were riding Miami so high.
I did.
When they were healthy.
There was a lot I ride high when they're healthy. But playoffs is totally...
You hate every team. I don't understand.
I don't hate every team. I hate a couple teams personally.
You hate every team except Minnesota. You said that yourself.
I did. But personally, I hate two big teams with a passion. But here's the thing. Playoffs is different. You said it before multiple times. Playoffs is a lot different than regular seasons.
Big time.
So yeah, I'll still be higher in Buffalo if Tua was healthy. If Tua was healthy.
So who you got going to the Super Bowl in the AFC?
Oh man. I'll tell you that next week. I can't confirm that right now.
Tell me now.
You want me to tell you now? You can't wait? You can't wait?
No, I want to hear your bold prediction. I don't want to hear these teams win. It makes it easier for you to pick.
I'm going with the
You know the
I'm going with the
outcome.
Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals. They got
What?
the Bengals got KC's number already. They got Buffalo's number already.
Oh my goodness.
I have to go with Cincinnati.
Oh my goodness.
Have to go with Cincinnati. Who do you have?
This is the year of the Buffalo, dude. Are you serious?
I'm done. I am done.
This is the year of the Buffalo. I don't like Buffalo.
Why do you think? Why do you think it's the year of Buffalo?
I don't think Patrick Mahomes. I think Buffalo.
I think Kansas City
in their sights, and they want KC back.
KC might not even make it. KC might not even make it against Buffalo. KC might not even make it against Buffalo because if Jacksonville beats Chargers, Jacksonville might come around to beat KC. They might be a sleeper.
Dude, oh my God, stop it.
I'm just saying.
Stop it. Oh my God. You know what? I got to find my heart medicine, and I don't even have a heart problem.
Whoa, I'm just saying. And to answer your question, Jacksonville is at home against the Chargers. That's crazy because Chargers 10-7, Jacksonville's 9-8. That is wild. That is
not wild because the Chargers have not been impressive.
You know what's crazy is that the Giants made the playoffs with the record they have. That's what's crazy. But yeah.
It's the NFC West.
But yeah.
In the East.
With this.
Yeah, the East.
Yeah. With this pick on the NFC side, I it's a biased pick because I don't like Tampa Bay and I don't like Crybaby 12. I don't like Dallas either, but I had to pick one, so I went with Dallas.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't like Dallas.
Prescott is unimpressive. Elliott is unimpressive. Prescott throws more interceptions in the playoffs like he did in regular season. Cowboys would lose against Tampa Bay. Just saying.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm in the Lone Star State, and I tell you, Cowboys fans out here don't have the best confidence in the Cowboys.
I can tell you right now, me and two of my brothers made a bet that they believe the Cowboys go to Super Bowl. I'm against them going to Super Bowl, but if they go to Super Bowl, I gotta do 200 push-ups, right? And this game right here is going to say it all.
You expect me to believe you really made that bet? I
did because I have confidence that the Cowboys would not make it to Super Bowl. I'm that confident that the Cowboys would lose.
I don't think they are either, but I wouldn't have made that bet. I would have simply said,
I mean, they're...
Okay, well, believe what you want to believe.
Dallas is playing in Tampa Bay this week, so I don't know. Which is cool.
I think Dallas can beat Tampa Bay, but I don't think Dallas is going anywhere. I don't think they're going anywhere.
And
especially the Super Bowl.
What's crazy? I don't think on Super Bowl either. What's crazy is that the Cowboys have a way better record than Tampa Bay, and they're playing in Tampa Bay Monday night. That's wild.
I don't think that has anything to do with it. I mean,
no. Yeah, I mean, I know the Buccaneers beat them head to head, but I'm just saying that's crazy to think about that. Like looking at the record, and you're like, wow, I got to play against these guys at their home turf, and they got a sorry record. So crazy.
But that's what the NFL is, dude. Think about it.
You would think if you have a. You would think with a better record, you would play at home.
They had the worst record, and they were playing in Tampa Bay. That would be different.
Tampa Bay won nine games compared to the Cowboys. Cowboys are 12-4. That's terrible.
But the Cowboys are at home.
No, Tampa Bay's at home.
No.
Yeah, it is. I just seen it. They're playing in Tampa Bay Monday night.
Monday night? It's a Monday night playoff game?
Yes, Monday night.
God, I got to pay more attention to the schedule. I thought it was Saturday and Sunday.
No. Saturday we got 4, Sundays 3, and then Cowboys and Buccaneers Monday night, 8:15.
Luckily for the NFL, I'm off on Monday night. Man, this drink is good. It's a Pittsburgh Steeler beverage.
Anywho, we're not talking about Pittsburgh right now. They're not in the playoffs. They're not even on the list anymore. I'm sorry. Cowboys are 12.
Quarterback's going to be rookie of the year.
We don't know that.
What?
I lied. Cowboys are 12-5. Buccaneers are 8-9, and Buccaneers got home field advantage. That's
You mean 9-8?
no 8. They're 8-9.
How do you get in the playoffs with an 8-9 record?
Because they won the division.
So what?
That's how they got in.
That means no one in their division should go to the playoffs. It's terrible.
That you would think.
The NFL has to redo that scale because that is terrible. You take a team out of the playoffs because they have a good record.
Like
they didn't win their division.
Like if you look at their record, they are 40% winning. Like that's the record. The record's 40% of winning.
If you're not a $500, if you're not a 500 ball club, you shouldn't be in the play.
Look, Tom Brady. That's what I'm gonna say. That's who it is. They do anything for that guy.
Unbelievable.
I think Washington. They should take Washington in the playoffs over Tampa Bay because Washington is above 500, but yet they gave it Tampa Bay.
Yeah, well,
I'm just saying.
Give me a more interesting game to talk about.
Oh, I'm gonna give you one. Ready for this? Minnesota over the Giants. We both got Minnesota beating the Giants. I remember week 6.
That I think shouldn't be in the playoffs.
What? Come again? What'd you say? You say 2 teams or 1 team?
Dude, 2 teams that shouldn't be in the playoffs.
So Minnesota should.
You think this is a more interesting game?
Minnesota. Yeah. Duh. Are you kidding me? It's Minnesota.
So, let me ask you this.
Okay.
And I don't want you to be biased about it. Is Minnesota going to the Super Bowl?
As much as I want to say yes, I can't. I cannot say yes. It's going to be.
What is your reasoning for that?
The 49ers, man. The 49ers is way too strong. I think it's going to be them. I think the 49ers is going to be the team to go to Super Bowl in NFC. Just saying. As much as I hate to say that, I have to be honest with myself and tell people it's not going to happen.
So you're saying the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers would not be a good Super Bowl matchup?
No. I don't think. Because in a way it goes, the 49ers would win.
So no matter who goes in the AFC, and the AFC has more talent than the NFC,
the 49ers would win.
So you got the 49ers winning the ball.
I do. I don't think there's anybody in the playoffs right now that wants it more than the 49ers.
Let me tell you why I think 49ers will lose the Super Bowl.
Against Buffalo?
Not had a bad game yet, right?
It's true.
He better have one before then. But it's too late now because they're already in the playoffs, so you can't afford.
I don't think he's going. Let me tell you something. I don't think he's gonna have a bad game. Let me tell you why. He wants to be the starter. He wants to have his kingdom right here in 49ers for his whole life. That's what he wants. So if he comes in there as a third string quarterback, a rookie quarterback at that, wins what? This is what that means. This is his team.
Well, I don't know. I like the 49ers.
You really think Buffalo can stop Kettles? You think they can stop Christian McCaffrey or even Debo?
Offense can keep them in the game. Defense, No.
That's what I'm saying.
The offense has to have a high-flying game.
49ers defense is one of the best. One of the best.
They are the best. What are you talking about, one of the best?
Because
Number one.
Because I can't say they are the best. Because I don't like the 49ers. I can't say they are the best. They're one of the best.
They have the number one defense in the league. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. So you really think Buffalo's offense can be compatible with the 49ers defense?
Yeah. I'm an AFC guy. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell you.
I mean, I'm
I know
NFC.
you're an NFC
I
guy,
am. But
AFC has more talent.
they have more talent, but the NFC has better coaching. Yes.
Oh my God.
NFC's coaching staff is way better on that side. Okay, and some.
I like what the Bears are doing.
I was going to say, in some teams, they have better coaching staff in the AFC. That's what I should have said. That's what I should have said. And so that comes with my next pick. Yes, I picked the 49ers over Seattle. I know what you're going to say. I've been over Seattle multiple times, picking them, talking about Geno Smith, but he cannot get past that 49ers defense. That defense is nasty.
And you'd be drunk if you think Geno Smith could do that.
I'm just saying here. I'm just saying. So when they played, I don't think Geno Smith did really well against the 49ers at all. Not even a little bit. And I know I've been talking about Geno Smith a lot this year. Good quarterback, but he deserves a second chance. And this was a second chance.
Geno Smith is lucky to not be holding the clipboard.
I mean, the first time the 49ers matched up with Seattle, Smith went 31 for 44, 231 yards, 1 touchdown. Sacked 3 times. All right. But that doesn't mean that's going to happen again. This is the playoffs. Playoffs is totally different. So,
dude,
I'm sorry. That was the second time they played. The first time they played, Geno didn't do squat. The first time they played, 197 yards. 49ers is coming in hungry. They're on a winning streak. They want this. They want this win. They want to show critics. They want to show. They don't have to show nobody else nothing besides themselves.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying the 49ers are going to win. Hands down, going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they'll go to the Super Bowl, but
I mean, and I know there's Philadelphia fans out there. What about the Eagles? What about them? So I'm going to say, what about the Eagles?
You can say all you want to say, what about the Eagles? The Eagles can't mess with the 49ers. They can't contend.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm getting at. Like, I don't want to be one of those people like, oh, I'm a Vikings, so they're going to win. No. Honestly, they're not going to win a Super Bowl. Here's the thing. I'm a Minnesota Viking fan, but Minnesota's going to beat the Giants. It's 49ers. Second round.
It'll be a good game.
No, it won't.
Hopefully.
No, it won't. No, let me tell you why it won't. Because 49ers is not going to hang around to see if we can beat them by 3 points. They're one of those teams that's going to be pound. We're up by 3. Guess what? Score. So,
whatever the case, we all know it's going to be. Oh my God! What did I do with my pick sheet?
You said Buffalo is going to the Super Bowl. That's what you said.
Don't worry about what I said. Buffalo is going to win the Super Bowl.
All right, folks, you heard Holder say that. So if they don't win a Super Bowl, come look for him. Remember, he lives in Texas.
I am not a Buffalo fan, but Buffalo is going to win the Super Bowl because I don't think Kansas City is the powerhouse they used to be.
Kansas City. If Buffalo gets beat by Cincinnati, Cincinnati's going to beat Kansas City. They beat Kansas City already.
They're not going to get beat by Cincinnati. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, Cincinnati's going to beat Buffalo. Cincinnati's also going to beat KC. Guess what? Cincinnati and 49ers in the Super Bowl. Easy win.
Really should stop.
Easy win for 49ers.
You really
I'm just saying.
should just stop.
You are mad because you don't want a team from the AFC North to be in the Super Bowl.
No. If anything, I would want somebody from my division to show that we are the strongest division. But I am neither and never have been a Cincinnati fan.
I have no faith in Buffalo.
Definitely haven't been a Browns fan. Okay?
I have no
And
faith.
when Houston was in our division, we were in the Central, Houston would probably be the only team that I could stand to watch when they were the Oilers.
I
Other than that,
have no faith in Buffalo. No faith in Buffalo.
I don't either, but
You don't.
they're not going up against any very strong teams.
You don't think Cincinnati is strong?
No.
You don't think the 49ers are strong?
No. I said in AFC.
I'm just saying. You said they're going to win Super Bowl, so I'm just saying.
I said in AFC.
All right, well,
In the AFC, my little chickawoo.
I mean, I'm saying the Bengals they're gonna win. They're gonna be Buffalo. Let's put it that way. That being said, folks, as our show is coming to an end, you can hop on our YouTube page, Third Down with Morgan Holder, 3RD Down with Morgan Holder. Hit the subscribe, like, leave us some comments. I like feedback, even if it's about Holder's count wins, not statistics. But we'll read them over the show. Read them over the show, and let people know. Also, email us at Third Down with Morgan Holder. That's 3RD Down with Morgan Holder at gmail.com. You can leave us again comments, messages, and we also have a Facebook page, Third Down with Morgan Holder. That's 3RD Down with Morgan Holder. So, with that being said, don't let fourth down get you.
And I usually say talent and chemistry over what? Stats. And I'm going to sign out by saying, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. Best of luck to you with all of your playoff picks, and we will discuss those again next week. Enjoy the football postseason, and hey, stay penalty free. See you next week.
See you next week? Did you really just say see you next week? Nobody can see us.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, you're right. Catch us next week on our next hot topic. Morgan wears the tutu.